In this video, I'm covering the codes for fuel injector voltage high. This DTC will set when the engine control module, or ECM, has detected a high voltage in the control side of the circuit. There will be individual codes for each cylinder, from 1 to 12. We'll look at P0262, number 1 injector voltage high. This fault could be in the injector, the wiring, or the ECM. The schematics and data in this video are typical of most systems. Always refer to the information for your vehicle. Here's a schematic for the fuel injectors on this vehicle. A fuse supplies a common 12 volts to the injectors, which are controlled by a ground from the ECM. This is an oscilloscope pattern for a good injector circuit. The waveform shows the injector receiving a ground from the module for the appropriate duration. When the ground is removed, there will be a back EMF spike. To start the diagnosis, disconnect the injector. Connect a Noid light to the injector harness connector and start or crank the engine. The light should flash, indicating the injector pulse. If the light doesn't flash, switch off the ignition. Connect a digital multimeter to the injector harness connector supply terminal and the other lead to ground. Remember to check battery voltage first. There should be battery voltage. If it's there, we know this part of the circuit is okay. If battery voltage was not there, check the fuse. If the fuse was blown, all injectors would log an individual fault code. This is because the injectors are wired in parallel. If the fuse isn't blown, check for an open circuit between the fuse and the faulty injector. Reinstall or replace the fuse and check for 12 volts at the next connector after the fuse. Continue along the harness to isolate the open circuit. If this tests okay, we need to test the control side for a shorter voltage. Connect one lead of the digital multimeter set to volts to the injector harness connector control terminal and the other lead to battery negative. You should see 0 volts. Any voltage here will indicate a shorter voltage. Disconnect the module and retest. If the voltage is still there, the shorter voltage will be in the harness. No voltage indicates a fault in the module or a short between the injector control circuit and another circuit coming from the ECM. To test for this, set the digital multimeter to ohms and check for continuity between the injector harness control terminal and any terminal on the ECM connector other than the injector control circuit. If no fault is found here, the module will need to be replaced. The injector resistance will need to be checked if no fault is found in the circuit. Leave the multimeter set to ohms. Check for resistance between both terminals on the injector and compare to specifications. That's the diagnosis for fuel injector voltage high. Understanding how the circuit works will help with diagnosis. Use the right tools to make sure you get the right readings. Thanks for watching and bye for now.